WandaVision Episode 9, the emotional finale to the 9-episode first MCU television, well, not the first one, but the first Disney Plus MCU series that is continuing Phase 4. Well, it's really beginning Phase 4, but Black Widow got postponed, so that was supposed to start Phase 4. But anyways, the end of WandaVision. We're going to go into what happened in the episode and my thoughts on WandaVision Episode 9. I will be doing a complete series recap in a few days here on the channel, so look forward to that. I just want to say that, this episode was the longest episode of WandaVision, and it did wrap up all the storylines. I'm telling you right now, so it was very emotional, very powerful, and did a lot for the Wanda Maximoff character, for sure. But I'm telling you right now that I know that fanboys are going to be bitching about this. I can already see the reviews. I can already see people bitching because there was no Mephisto, no X-Men, no Doctor Strange. There was no tease for, the Grim Reaper or any of that stuff. And people are going to be... Because people nowadays, they have these expectations. And if it doesn't happen the way that they want it to happen, they bitch. That's how it is nowadays, right? With the internet and with these fake leaks coming out. And, I can already tell. As far as what I thought of it, I did like the episode. I thought it was a good finale to WandaVision. I thought that it really was very powerful, very emotional, and it didn't set up that many new things for the future. It did set up a few new things, though, and there are some questions that I'm curious about going forward. But mainly what it did was wrap up this storyline and kind of put Wanda in a place to where she's really going to be the Scarlet Witch now. She can be, because the reason why they couldn't call her the Scarlet Witch is because of the Fox acquisition of the X-Men. That whole madness, how you could have Quicksilver and in both universes, but you can't call him Quicksilver, that whole thing. But now that Disney owns Fox, they went ahead and called her Quicksilver, or call her the Scarlet Witch. So that's why. So the episode really featured a pretty good fight between Vision and White Vision, which I did predict, and Agatha and Agatha and Wanda, magical fight or whatever. And basically, Agatha wants Wanda's powers, right? That's the whole thing. She wants to tap into the Scarlet Witch's powers. I mean, who wouldn't, right? She could do anything she wants, basically. And it was pretty cool because White Vision shows up and squeezes Wanda's head, and then the other Vision saves her, which was a great moment. That was a great moment. They start fighting or whatever. And then we find out, because Monica's trapped in a house with Quicksilver, and then we find out that Quicksilver is not Quicksilver. That was interesting. His name is Ralph Bohner. I don't recall Ralph Bohner being a character in the MCU. So it looks like Ralph Bohner's an actual person, right? Like an actual human, Evan Peters, in the MCU world. But the Agatha put this necklace on him, right, to control him. And then, Monica ripped it off. People are going to be very let down by that. They probably thought that he was Quicksilver from the X-Men universe. And I think that they still kind of are going to go in that direction with the X-Men universe. But I feel like this was just sort of like a bait and switch type of thing. Again, this might piss off some fans. I said earlier that fanboys are going to be bitching, but there are some things that maybe they should be bitching about because they're kind of being led astray. But at the same time, when you're telling a story, you can't deliver everything in one shot. So we have to be patient here and see what the story's going to unfold, in the upcoming TV shows and movies. Because Bucky and Falcon is next, so we'll see how that goes. So Hayward wants to kill Wanda and recover her for S.W.O.R.D. He ends up getting arrested by the end of the episode. So I thought that storyline was I thought that was a little tiny bit too, a little bit too fast. It was a bit too fast. It wrapped up too quickly. The thing about this episode is, like I said, I liked it, but there are things to criticize. You know what I mean? There are things we can criticize here. And basically, Agatha says that she's taking the villagers' strength, who are still in control of Wanda. There's a whole scene where the villagers talking to Wanda and about their lives and whatnot. And that's when she kind of realizes, okay, this is not, I can't be doing this. I can't do this. So Wanda starts to modify the hex, right? And she's about to close the hex, but she finds out that her family's part of it. She has to give up the hex because her husband and kids cannot exist without it. So she closes the hex because she does not want to give up this family she created. You know, that's her perfect life, you know, which leads to a very emotional finale. Again, this did a lot for the character. So all hell breaks loose. Sword gets in there. Wandavision, White Vision, Agatha. It's just crazy. This part was awesome. You know, Agatha's about to hurt the kids. I'm sorry, about to hurt Sword, but Wanda saves them. The kids are helping out. They use their powers, which was pretty cool. Hayward tries to shoot the kids, actually, but Monica blocks the way with her power, photon. You know, that was an awesome scene. Then Darcy appears and smashes the car. Like, that was cool that she, you know, had her. That was her last appearance in the show. And then Vision and White Vision have a conversation about what it means to be them. You know, who's the real Vision and whatnot. And Vision touches White Vision and gives him the data from the past and kind of transfers part of the fake Mind Stone into him. So, and then White Vision leaves. So that character is out there. White Vision is now a thing, and Monica has no idea that he's still out there. And if he has the memories of Vision, then we could see a situation where Wanda and White Vision meet up at some point, whether it be in the upcoming Doctor Strange movie or in maybe if they do season 2 of WandaVision, which I doubt they'll do, but you never know. Or some kind of future movie, because obviously it appears like this character is going to be around to stay. Talking about the Scarlet Witch. I don't think that Elizabeth Olsen's going anywhere right now. So Wanda puts a hex on Agatha to remind her of the past. Then her and Wanda fight in the sky. They have this epic battle, this red sky, very cool visual. And then Wanda's throwing her powers at her. Agatha's magic, she's thinking she's getting her powers, but the magic is not working. It turns out that there's runes around Agatha, so Wanda outsmarted her. That was a pretty decent ending. And then Wanda gathers up all this power, and then she becomes the one true Scarlet Witch. We actually saw this image leaked. I saw it like 3 days ago. It was legitimately a leak of the way that she looks. She's got the more modern version of the Scarlet Witch costume. I'm gonna be real, y'all. She looked hot as fuck. Alright, she looked fucking smoking hot. Those hips in this outfit, bro. Jesus, she was a fucking dish. You get what I'm talking about? So that pretty much ends the battle, and then Wanda basically tells Agatha, I'm gonna turn you into what you were in the sitcom. And then Agatha, you're going to need me, which is definitely a teaser for the future. I'm going to predict right now that Agatha will be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, probably in a scene where Wanda is going to go talk to her to get more information, to find something out, probably about, you know, Grim Reaper or Nightmare or whatever. And, you know, it's interesting because the Agatha character, you know, having her in the MCU, I mean, she's not truly evil in the comics, and she may end up helping out and being a good guy at the end of the day, depending on what happens. I mean, we'll see. That's probably going to get paid off in the Doctor Strange film, right? So, unfortunately, Wanda has to give up the hex. Wanda goes home with her family, and the hex vanishes because as the hex vanishes, she has to give them up. They have this really emotional scene where they took the kids away into bed. And then, you know, that's basically the end of the kids, you know, very, very sad. You know, the kids aren't really dead, but they never really existed to begin with. They're just in her head, you know, even though they did exist. You know, she created them, but they cannot exist without her having the hex open. So, very sad ending here, very emotional. Vision asks what he is, and Wanda says that he is the piece of the Mind Stone that lives in her. He is her sadness, her hope, and her love, which was really powerful. Really, really powerful stuff here. Like, it pretty much sums up, like, if you've ever lost somebody, whether it be a loved one or a pet, or brother, sister, you know, parent, whatever, this will resonate with you. Because even though the people may have passed away, even though the person who you love may be gone, you know, they will live on forever in your memory. And Vision even says, I'm just a memory now. It was kind of a deeper sort of message here, in that, you know, the love will remain forever in your memory. You know, and that was a good message. It was a powerful message, but it was a good message. And you know, it's sad. So Wanda's walking out, and all the villagers kind of hate her guts, and then Monica and Wanda talks, and she admits, like Monica admits, like if I had your power, I'd bring my mom back to life, and she basically has to dip. Wanda does, because Sword's coming after her, and as she leaves, she transforms into her Wandavision state. There is a mid-credit and post-credit scene. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So Hayward's got arrested. Then what happens is Monica gets taken to a movie theater, and the person who sees her is a member of the Skrull, right? And it's a Skrull, and the Skrull says, and tells Monica, someone wants to meet you, and points up. So obviously it's Nick Fury. Nick Fury wants to meet Monica. That's probably going to tie into the Secret Invasion storyline coming up in the Secret Invasion TV show. So that's a teaser for that. So they are leaving things open for that. That's the mid-credit scene. The post-credit scene, also Darcy dipped. In the post-credit scene, Wanda's in a cabin by herself, living what looks to be a peaceful life, and she's reading the dark book that was revealed earlier. Probably she can learn more about her powers. So no, there was no Doctor Strange. I expected him to show up here as a cameo. No Strange. It's unfortunate because I think a lot of people want to see Doctor Strange here, but we didn't see him. Again, getting your hopes up for something that doesn't happen, I get it, but it wasn't at all like confirmed it would happen. We didn't get screwed over. It's just it was all rumors, and there was a lot of fake rumors. The Mephisto thing that it got so annoying. Everyone was saying Mephisto, 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 and I was the guy who was like, I'm not really sure about that. Maybe in the future. And there's no fucking Mephisto. Not yet. Maybe in the future. So don't ever look at spoilers to the internet talk and get your hopes up for something when it doesn't pay out. So I think folks are going to be disappointed with this. I liked it. I mean, I don't think it was the most grandiose ending, but it was a good ending for the Wanda character. It was a good couple fights there, and it did set up some things for the future. Maybe not as many things as we had hoped, but I thought the show itself, it wrapped up the story of the show, and like I said, the show was really meant to add character to Wanda and to, Vision too, because right now, White Vision's still out there. Agatha's, thinks she's a sitcom person or whatever, and then, we're going to see her again, and Wanda has become the Scarlet Witch going forward, so let's see. No mutants, like people thought was going to happen, again, it's all just theory. Don't base your expectations on theory. Just enjoy the ride. Anyways, with that being said, I'll bring this review to a close. Thumbs up episode. Not my favorite one of the entire series, but still a thumbs up episode, and it was a lot of fun. Tell me what you think down below. We will talk very soon.